Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, As-salatu was-salamu ala Rasulillah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. In today's lesson, inshallah, we will learn about Iltiqa'a Sakinain, the meeting of two sakin letters between two words. Iltiqa means meeting. Sakinain is the plural of sakin. And in our today's lesson, we will try to find that what happens when two sakin letters meet with each other between two words. In Arabic language, we cannot pronounce two sakin letters when they come in a row between two words. If you see in this example, al is one word which ends with a sakin letter noon. And if we are choosing to continue, we will drop Hamzatul Wasl, Lam, which is also Sakin. If we want to recite An and Al Khamri together, we cannot recite it because both of them are Sakin. If something like this happens, where the first word is ending with a sakin letter and the next word is starting with a sakin letter, we change something in the first sakin letter. And this change could be either dropping the first sakin letter or giving it a vowel for the ease of our pronunciation. And this is the topic of our discussion today. When two sakin letters meet, this is called Iltiqa'a Sakinain. And how do we deal with them and how do we recite them? However, when two sakin letters come together at the end of one word and you choose to stop with a sukoon, then it is permissible. If you see in this example, mim ba'di, and if I'm choosing to stop at letter dal with the sukoon, I will recite it like this. Mim ba'd. Now letter ayn and letter dal, both of them are sakin. And because this is happening in one word, ba'd, this is one word. Ayn and dal, both of them are in one word. So this is permissible. But when something like this happens, that when two sakin letters are meeting with each other between two words, we cannot recite it like that. And in most of the cases, when Iltiqa'a Sakinain happens, the vowel is already written in the mushaf for our ease of pronunciation. But there are certain rules that we will learn that how to recite two sakin letters when they meet each other between two words. There are 6 different rules for reading the two sakin letters when they meet each other between two words, but there is one general rule. If we follow that particular rule, it will become easy for us to pronounce the two sakin letters between two words. So the general rule is if we have two sakin letters in a row between two words, and the first one is a mad letter, and a mad letter is when alif is in a sakin condition, and before alif there is fatha, alif is in a mad condition. When letter ya is sakin and the letter before letter ya has a kasra, in that situation, letter ya is in a mad condition. If letter waw is sakin and before letter waw the letter has a dhamma, then letter waw is in a mad condition. When two sakin letters meet with each other between two words and first sakin letter is a mad letter, we drop the mad letter. But if the first sakin letter is not a mad letter, we change the sukoon of the first sakin letter into a kasra in most of the cases. But in some cases, the first sakin letter will carry a dhamma or a fatha, but that vowel will already be written in the mushaf for our ease of recitation. So the first rule of Iltiqa'a Sakinain says, when the first letter of the two sakin letters is a mad letter, then we drop the mad. So if you see in this case, the word is fi, ya is sakin, and before ya, letter fa has a kasra. So ya is in a mad condition. If I don't have to join it, I will only say fi, and this is 2 counts. But if I choose to continue, then in this case, letter ya is in a mad condition. When I will join it with letter sin, I will drop ya mad. And instead of saying fi samawati, I will say fi samawati, fi samawati. So the mad letter will be dropped in pronunciation. In this case, waw is in a mad condition because waw is sakin and before waw there is dhamma. If I want to join these two words, I will say وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ. I will not say وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ. I will not stretch it two counts. And in this case, I will say بَيَّنَّا الْآيَاتِ. Although alif is in a mad condition, alif is sakin, and before alif there is a fatha, I will not say بَيَّنَّا الْآيَاتِ. I will not stretch it two counts. And in all these cases, when the first letter of the two sakin letters is a mad letter, we will drop the mud letter in pronunciation. But if we choose to stop at the first word, we will stop with the mud letter. If I'm choosing to stop here, I will say fi. In this case, if I'm choosing to stop at the first word, I will say وَأَقِيمُوا. In this case, I will say بَيَّنَّا. I will stop with two counts of mud. And also remember, in a shadda letter, the first letter is a sakin letter. So when you are choosing to continue, you will say فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ بَيَّنَّا الْآيَاتِ. Another case when two sakin letters meet with each other between two words, when the first sakin letter is a plural meem. In that situation, the meem will acquire a dhamma, and this dhamma will be written in the mushaf for our ease. If you see in this example, humul muflihun. So this dhamma is not original, rather it is conditional. Because of Iltiqa'a Sakinain, this meem acquires a dhamma. In this case, أنفسكم استكبرتم. The dhamma on this meem is not original but conditional due to Iltiqa'a Sakinain. Originally, both of these meem are sakin, but in order to avoid the meeting of two sakin letters in a row, this meem gets a dhamma, and this is already written in the Quran for our ease of pronunciation. The next rule is if the first letter of the two sakin letters is a lean letter, and there are two lean letters, letter waw and letter ya, and they only become a lean letter if they are sakin and the letter before them carries a fatha. Only in that situation they become a lean letter. In Iltiqa'a Sakinain, if the first letter is a lean letter, there are two rules for them, but in the Musaf, you will find the vowel already written on the lean letter. Although lean letter originally is a sakin letter, but because of Iltiqa'a Sakinain, you will find a vowel on letter waw and letter ya. So if you want to consider both of them two separate rules, then there are 6 conditions of Iltiqa'a Sakinain. But if you want to consider them both under one rule, you may say Iltiqa'a Sakinain has 5 conditions. So in this case, the first condition says, if the first sakin letter is a waw lean in a noun or a verb, in that situation, the waw lean will always acquire a dhamma, and it is written in the Musaf. If you see in these examples, اشتروا الضلالة. So this waw is a lean letter. Originally this is sakin, but due to Iltiqa'a Sakinain, the waw acquires a dhamma. If you see in this example, وَآتَوُا الزَّكَاةَ. This waw is originally a lean letter, but due to Iltiqa'a Sakinain, this waw gets a dhamma, and then we can recite it easily like this, وَآتَوُا الزَّكَاةَ. And you will find the dhamma already written on vowel in the copies of the Quran. In the second case, if the first letter of the two sakin letters is a vowel in a harf or ya in a noun or a verb, in that case, vowel and ya they will acquire a kasra due to Iltiqa'a Sakinain, and the kasra will be written in the copies of the Quran for our ease of recitation. So if you see in this example, وَأَلَّوْ اسْتَقَامُوا. So in this case, this waw is a lean letter, but due to Iltiqa'a Sakinain, this waw has a kasra. Originally, this is a sakin letter waw. This kasra is conditional due to Iltiqa'a Sakinain, and you will find this written in the Musaf. In this case, awi'tina. Although this is a sakin waw, this is waw lean, but due to Iltiqa'a Sakinain, this waw gets a kasra. ثلثي الليل. This ya is yaleen, but due to ittiqa' Sakinain, it gets a conditional kasra, and we recite it like this: ثلثي الليل. And you will find the vowel already written on them in the Musaf for the ease of our pronunciation. The fourth rule says, when the first sakin letter of the two sakin letters between two words is the letter noon from the word min, then this noon acquires a fatha, and it is already written in the Quran. So if you see in these examples, min thamarati, so noon has a fatha, but this fatha is not original. This is conditional due to ittiqa' sakinain. In this case, min al mushrikina. So this fatha on noon is not an original fatha, rather it is a conditional fatha due to ittiqa' sakinain. And the good news is it is already written in the copies of the Quran due to our ease of pronunciation. In all other cases of the two sakin letters meeting with each other in two words, the first sakin letter will always acquire a kasra. And they are always written in the mushaf with the vowel, which is kasra, on the first sakin letter. If you see in this example, anil khamri, noon has a kasra, but this kasra is conditional and not original. This kasra is due to the meeting of two sakin letters. In this case, خذ العفو, letter ذال has a kasra, but this kasra is not original. Originally, letter ذال is sakin, but due to ittaqa' is sakinain, this letter ذال will acquire a kasra, and they are already written in the musaf for the ease of our pronunciation. But there is one exception, and that exception is when tanween is followed by a sakin letter. First of all, we need to know what exactly is tanween. Tanween is a double fatha, double dhamma, or double kasra that appears at the end of a word. And in a tanween, there is a hidden noon that we can hear but we cannot see. If you see in this example, kitabin, we can write it like this, kitabin. This noon, which is sakin, is actually hidden in this tanween. If I say kitaban, so I will put fatha on letter ba, and the noon sakina is still there. If I say kitabun, I will only put dhamma on letter ba, and noon sakina is still there. So in case of fathatain, dhammatain, kasratain, or double fatha, double kasra, double dhamma, sakin letter noon can be heard, but it is not written. It is hidden in tanween, and tanween can be written like this: fathatain, kasratain, and dhammatain. So in ittaqa' sakinain, when a tanween letter is followed by a sakin letter, the noon hidden in tanween will always acquire a kasra. Whether it is a fathatain, dhammatain, or kasratain, it does not matter. Noon will always have a kasra. If you see in this example, khayrun, and then the next word is al-wasiyatu. So letter ra has a fathatain. If you write this word like this, you can see the letter noon is hidden in this khayrun. And we will recite it khayrun al-wasiyatu. In this case, khayrun al-wasiyatu. Both of them are exactly the same. The only difference is in this case, you can see letter noon written in front of you. In this case, the letter noon is hidden in tanween. In the Quran, you will see tanween like this. So when this situation occurs, that tanween is followed by a sakin letter, you will give this noon, which is hidden in tanween, a kasra, and you will join this noon with the sakin letter, which is coming in the next word. If you see here, you will say khayra nil wasiyatu, khayra nil wasiyatu. You will give this noon a kasra, and you will join this with the lam, which is the sakin letter of the next word, and you will say khayranil wasiyatu. If you see in this example, you will recite it like this: khayrun yatma'anna. You will give the sakin letter noon a kasra, and you will join it with letter ta in order to avoid the meeting of two sakin letters, and you will recite it like this: khayrun yatma'anna. In the next example, we will see يَوْمَئِذٍ الْمُسْتَقَرُّ. So the sakin noon that is hidden in Tanween will be changed into a noon with a kasra, and then you will join that noon with the sakin letter of the next word. Something to remember here, in the Indo-Pak script or Majidi script, this rule is called noon Quttniyyah, and it is always written in the Mus'haf for the ease of our pronunciation. But in Uthmani script, the words are written like this without the tiny noon at the bottom. So in this case, the hint for you is whenever there is tanween followed by Hamzatul Wasl, you will give the sakin noon hidden in tanween a kasra, and then you will join it with the next letter. As we have already discussed the rules of Hamzatul Wasl, so when Hamzatul Wasl is between two words, we drop Hamzatul Wasl and we don't pronounce it. And letter after Hamzatul Wasl is going to be a sakin letter. So you will give sakin letter noon a kasra, and you will join it with the letter which is coming after Hamzatul Wasl. This shows that this rule can occur in all three types of tanween, fathatain, dhammatain, kasratain, and in all those cases, the noon sakina of the tanween will be read with kasra. And don't confuse if there is dhammatain or fathatain, the sakin noon will always acquire a kasra. It does not matter if the letter has a dhammatain or fathatain, as we can see in these examples. Here the ra has a fathatain, but when we are going to recite it, we will say khayranil wasiyatu, and we will not give this letter noon a fatha because there is fathatain. We will say khayranil wasiyatu. In this case, we will give sakin letter noon a kasra and not a dhamma because there is dhammatain. We will say khayru nitma'anna. In this case, letter dal has kasratain. We will say yawma idhinil mustaqarru. Letter noon sakina will always acquire a kasra when tanween is followed by a sakin letter. That's the end of our lesson of aAsSakinain. Inshallah, we will continue with the next topic in our next class. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.